I need you, love you, I need you.
Lofi Poli Sci coming at you. Mike Pickering here, talking a weird talk for today. That's for sure. Cut the music. Cut the music. You see, we've been doing some contemplation, some interpretation, some inner discernment of the highest order without order, or highest from a place not of above or below, but from the inner we that we be, and the plethora of perspectives that inform our mind, body, and soul. Who we are and who we want to be. Country in the Spotlight, the United States of America edition. Let's go. Today we're going to look at a bunch of development indicators to see what's what with what in the U.S. We got to take a close, personal look at who we are. Our data sources are as follows, so I don't have to slow us down once we get going because we gotta get going. We got lots to go. The World Bank gives us our GDP, GDP per capita, and Gini index. The United Nations gives us the Human Development Index, also known as HDI, and the United Nations also gives us the Gender Inequality Index, also known as GII. And our freedom scores come from Freedom House, our media freedom scores come from Reporters Without Borders, and the Corruption Perception Index comes from Transparency International. And that's our data sources, so let's go. In 2021, the United States' GDP was $23.32 trillion. It's the largest in the world, and 2022 data doesn't come out from the World Bank until this summer. And in 2021, the United States' GDP per capita was $69.267. That's $69,287 per person per year. Ranks the U.S. as number 9 in the world. In 2020, the United States' Gini index, a measure of income inequality, was a 39.7, down from a 2019 score of 41.7, and it ranks the U.S. at 108 in the world as far as income inequality. That's number 108. And 2020 is the latest World Bank data for Gini that we have. Now, in 2021, the United States had a Human Development Score, that's HDI, of 0.921, with a life expectancy at birth of 77.2 years, mean years of schooling of 13.7 years, and a GNI per cap with PPP of 64.7K. And that puts the U.S. as number 21 globally for HDI. In 2021, the United States had a Gender Inequality Index score of 0.179, with a maternal mortality ratio of 19 deaths per 100,000 live births, an adolescent birth rate of 16 births per 1,000 for women aged 19 to 15, a percent shared seats of Congress of 27%, and a percent aged 25 and older with at least some secondary education of 96.5%, and a labor force participation rate of percent ages 15 and older of 55.2%. And the overall GII score is again 0.179, which puts the U.S. at number 44 in the world. In 2022, the United States had a freedom score of 83 out of 100. That ranks the United States as the 63rd freest country in the world. In 2022, the United States had a media freedom score of 72 out of 100, ranking the country at 42 in the world. And in 2022, the United States had a Corruption Perception Index score of 69 out of 100, ranking the U.S. as number 24 globally. And that's the rundown of development indicators for the U.S. A quick recap for you. GDP, number 1. GDP per capita, number 9. Gini, number 108. HDI, number 21. GII, number 44. Freedom scores, number 63. Media freedom score, number 42. And corruption score, number 24. Now, what does this all tell us? We put it all together, what do we get? It means as far as money goes, the U.S. looks good compared to the rest of the world. Human development looks good, but definitely still has some work to do. Gender inequality is lacking for sure. A good bit of work needs to be done there. And freedom scores and media scores, definitely not that great. Things need to improve there. And corruption, not as bad as in other places, but we'd still like to see it a little better. Overall, there is much work to be done. And these figures give us the exact places that we can start. And I mean, what else has been going on in the U.S. lately? You know, we had COVID, the economy collapses, elections, election denials, overthrowing of the Capitol building during official election proceedings, a billionaire buying Twitter, TikTok coming under attack from the government, anti-LGBTQ plus laws going in effect all over the place, Roe v. Wade being overturned and anti-abortion laws popping up all over the place, and criminal charges of a former president. And I mean, it's only Wednesday, people. Beetham, 1994. Democratization is always and everywhere an unfinished process. And so too is development. You know, development is a word. It can mean a lot of different things. It means economic development. It means political development. It means human development. And all the numbers I gave you just now give you a good idea of where the U.S. is. But the stories I just gave you, well, that helps tell you where the U.S. is going. You see, you need both pieces of the puzzle in order to truly know what's what with what in the U.S. But you also need one last piece. You need you. You decide where we go. It's you we've been waiting for. And now that you're here, what will you do? Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be.